So you're out of college now. You have about $500,000 worth of debt. Where do you go from there?
So I moved back to Florida. That's home. That's where family is. Not necessarily a job waiting for me, but I had heard that there was different DSOs that would hire new dentists. One of them I had heard good things about was Heartland Dental. Another one was Coast in Florida. So I had two interviews set up, and I knew I would go back home, and hopefully that would work out. And if it didn't, and the entrepreneurial spirit of me just couldn't handle working for somebody else, I was going to go to a bank and ask for a loan, which now knowing what I know probably was going to get turned down. But I was in my mind ready to come back to either apply for a job or create my own gig through my new dentistry career. But yeah, I was back in Florida, man, back in my 813 area code, which is the Tampa St. Pete area. And Heartland decided to take a chance on me. And Heartland Dental is the big DSO. Obviously, most of your listeners have either heard of it or will hear of it. They took a chance on me, man, gave me a salary that I thought was fair. And I started 2 months after my graduation. So I had a month to go. I did a cruise, I hung out with the family. I played some basketball. And I enjoyed that month of rest. And then I got straight into work at an office that needed me on July 17th or August 17th of 2016, man. It's been 5 years now.
5 years. So what made you choose Heartland? Obviously you had probably options at that time. What drew you towards them?
You know, it kind of circled back to some good things I had heard or good word of mouth from classmates who had already signed their contracts as fourth year dental students. And they're like, dude, I love them, man. Like, they let you create your own treatment plans. They don't oversee everything. They help you set goals. They will open up a practice from scratch for you. That right there did it for me. I was like, heck yeah, shoot, if they're going to open a practice for me, like, this is going to be my baby and somebody else's dime. Let's do it. So I had heard some things about them. So I already went in slightly aware of what successes could come from it. But obviously I did have a couple of choices. One choice, did the interview, and I didn't feel like education towards their dentist was a high priority. They made a priority about their bonus structure. That was what the majority of the conversation was about. And I was like, that's cool, bro. I get that y'all have a bonus structure. I imagine all DSOs have a bonus structure that I need to understand, but I think that could have been sent to me in an email and not necessarily use that entire time to present my pay structure. That was probably what had that, and I wouldn't call it camaraderie. I would say knowing their history, that they had a good history,
a good track record.
If they were jacked up, if they were sketchy, if they were scums, like all the bad things that we might think a DSO could be, because those things were getting planted in my ear and watered by professors. If they were, then how the heck did they survive 20 freaking years? Or however many years they were. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. And they did decide to open up a practice for me from scratch, brand new building, fresh paint.
And how old were you at this time?
27, probably about 27 or 28. Yeah. 27. Okay. And
so you're brand new dentist.
Out of school for 2 months, man.
Wow. So brand new dentist, and they built a DeNovo right around you.
They did. And I bet if I did the math, it was probably a $1.8 million decision, you know, because you got to think my salary, my partner's salary, the building, the rent, the contracts, the materials, the people that they have to pay to credential me, the people they have to pay to paint and build and hire, and the salaries of the team. I mean, that's a $2 million risk that they took. But I think 5 years later, man, I think they're pretty happy with their decision. I'm pretty happy with mine.